Alright, it's Persona 5, the animation. You've either played the game, or you've heard of it, or you've lived under a rock for quite some time. It's a thiefy epic action, supernatural fantasy, mostly real world with a thing. So the catch is it's one of those stories that starts in media res, but it keeps going back. So there's the present timeline and there's the past timeline. Here's how the present timeline, which is where the show starts, is. And then it gets to a point where that's like all it is. Basically, you start out with this big casino and they're robbing the joint. And one of them's up on the lights and he's running around all cool like in his sexy thief outfit. And he's got a briefcase and he's running along the lights and he eventually gets to a vent and he opens up the vent, slides the briefcase in, and runs off in another direction to distract whoever's pursuing him. Then he gets to the big stained glass window on the inside of the front of the building and backflips through it, because that's how you do that, and lands with this cocky ass, got away smile. He didn't get away. He was ambushed. He was caught. Now he's being roughed up by the cops. He's being really fucking roughed up by the cops. Oh, those are needles on the ground. He's been shot full of drugs. And here's Lady Cop, I assume a detective. Not sure if these are actually the cops. She doesn't have much time with him, but this was initially her case, and she's really stubborn, so her boss has gotten her time with the suspect. She comes in and she's like, you need to tell me everything from the beginning, how you did it, and why. I can't promise you much. And then a light shines down upon him, and it turns out he's Jesus. No. The light says that he must remember the bonds he has formed with his friends and allies, and the past that set his fate in motion, and the actions needed to change the fate of the future and his own fate. And so this begins the flashback. All scenes in the present take place in this interrogation room between him and the female detective questioning him, up to a point. But for the majority of it, all the scenes that take place in the quote unquote present take place here. So basically, the flashback, it starts out with a small flashback of him seeing some girl being manhandled by some bald dude. And then he sees the bald dude with like blood on his face. And you find out later that he went to court and was tried for bodily injury caused to another person. And this mark on his criminal record got him kicked out of his old school, so he was forced to transfer to a new school and move to a new town to go to that new school. And so basically his parents pawned him off on someone else so they could get to look after him. Or at least that's what the guy that takes him in says. He's like, look, I get it. Your parents pawned you off. They don't want to deal with a nuisance. So the flashback segment of this episode is him getting off the train, going to his new place. He lives in an attic. It's a dirty attic. He has to clean it if he wants to live in a clean attic. But it's on top of a coffee shop. He goes and meets the school officials, and they tell him if he fucks up once, that's it. He's out. He's expelled. They already didn't want to take in someone like him, but it's the school's job to help young students find their way. And this leads to his first day at school. And before this, when he got off the train the first time, there was an app on his phone, and he clicked it, and it kind of stopped time, and it showed him a blue flame, like, a couple tens of feet away. And it grew and it grew and it grew until it was gone. Just everything was normal again. And he deleted the app. Then that night when he went to bed, the app was back and he fell asleep and he was in a prison. And the guy in there says, you are fated for ruin, but you can stop this ruin, but there's only one way. You'll find your way back here at some point. So now it's his first day of school and he's under an awning. And it's raining, and he's kind of trying to figure out where he should go next. He pulls out his phone, and the app is back. This is now the third time it's come back. Or I don't know if he didn't get rid of it, whatever. And he sees a very cute girl, very cute blonde girl, and some teacher pulls up, and he's like, hey, you need a ride? And she's like, yeah, of course. And he's like, nah, don't know why he said that. But they leave, and as they're leaving, some punk walks up, and he's like, that fucking Kamoshida. And the phone accepts the word, like, he's got the app open, he was looking at it, or the app opens itself, and it, like, accepts, like, text-to-speech style, Kamoshida, and it says hit. And he's like, that motherfucker thinks he's the goddamn king of the castle. And it accepts castle, and it says hit. And then the punk starts talking to the main character, and he's like, hey, you don't talk much, do you? You want to say something? You go to Shujin Academy, right? And it says Shujin Academy. And they keep talking, and they're like, well, come on, the rain's not going to stop, and we have to get to school. If we're late, they'll fucking bust our asses. Let's go. And they hustle off to school, and the thing says beginning navigation, the app. And there's kind of like a glow about the place. And they walk up to the school, and it's now a castle. So they walk inside the castle, and they're like, well, let's go fucking ask for directions. I don't know what the hell this is, where this is. And inside the castle are these creepy knights, and they're like, hey guys, where's the school? And they throw them in, they just gather them up and they throw them in a cell. And then Kamoshida, the guy that picked up the girl in the car, waltzes up, now wearing only a pink Speedo, a fuzzy cape, and a crown. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing in my castle? And the punk is like, fuck you. You think you can just dress like that? What? Who the hell do you think you are? What do you think you're doing? You can't just imprison us. And he's like, oh, and you think you can sully the name of the king in his castle? Well, sentence for that is death. So the cell door opens and the knights waltz in, and they start beating the shit out of fucking the punk. His name is Ryuji. I played the game. I don't know why they changed the name of the main character, but that's pretty much the only thing they changed in this. Beats the shit out of Ryuji, and Kamoshida comes in and fucking volleyball slaps his ass. And the whole time, Ren is Akira's name in this, the main character, is like, he's just getting angry and kind of crying a bit, like anger crying. And then the same blue light that was accompanied by a butterfly the first time is also accompanied by a butterfly this time. And it's like, are you just going to watch? No. You're going to do something. Because it's like, it's reacting to his will. And he's like, no, I'm not just going to fucking watch. And it's like, I have heeded your vow. And then he fucking grows up, he like clutches his head and he grows a mask. The same mask that he was wearing in the present, air quotes, when he was being a thief. And he rips the mask off and his face is all bloody. And now that he's taken the mask off, he fucking transforms into his thief outfit. And Arsene appears behind him. His, like, I don't know, spirit guy, his fucking stand. His stand appears behind him. And that's the end of the episode. So yeah, you've either heard about Persona. So clearly you've heard about the game, because everybody has. If you fucking watch anime, you know about the Persona series. It didn't just slip past you that Persona 5 came out. And you're either going to watch the show because you love the fucking game so much, or you're not going to watch the show because you already played the game, or you didn't play the game because you didn't want to play the game, but you're going to watch the show, or you don't care about it at all. So, and if you don't belong to any of the prior, if you literally have no idea what I'm talking about, I hope I can convince you to watch the show. It's good. It's a really good, like, there's a weird thing in actual modern times, like, story, where it's like, oh, they can go to the demon realm, or oh, spirits are a thing, or you know, whatever, like, completely normal modern time. Oh, but there's this weird thing. It's a really good one of those. Just watch it. It's good. It's fucking great. Don't know why they changed the main character's name. In the game, his name is Akira Kurusu. In this, his name is Ren Amamiya. I don't know. I assume at some point he'll, like, use the fake name, Akira Kurusu or something like that, and it'll be a little tongue-in-cheek, but I don't know why they changed his name. Maybe because in the game it's, like, a suggested name, and in this it's, like, his real name. Whatever. Just watch it. It's good. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. Peace out.